Hi, and welcome to my email. We're going to go through a little bit of a journey on looking at some of the features that have been added to ActiveCampaign. The first one we're going to look at is the Gmail ActiveCampaign plugin, which can be found in the Chrome store. This only works in Chrome. You've got an ActiveCampaign for Gmail. So let's have a look at the sort of things you can do with it. For me, it's just fantastic. It just changes things by light years. What it's doing is just scanning the different people that are on that email, and you can pick them from the list. And you can see lots of different details that it has on your ActiveCampaign record about that particular person, which just happens to be one of my emails. You can see what they're tagged with, what lists they're in, the very dubious location that it thinks you're in, and which automations you've currently run on. And you can see, I don't know quite what those numbers. Oh, that's the date. Forgive me, I've got to get used to American dates. They are in American. So you can see when it was run, what the current status is, and you can add people to the automation. So you can click on there, and it should give me a list of automations which you want to add to, and then save away. If you're using deals, you can pick deals. Let's have a look what else we can find out on here. It looks like you can edit the tags as well, so we can add a tag if you know the tag names. Looks like you can subscribe and add people to a list and take people off lists. So there's lots of little things you can do there. Obviously you can't edit anything there. Obviously you could go off into the links that they have for Twitter that's found for me. You can also then jump to ActiveCampaign and completely trash that contact. What was that little button? No, it doesn't actually do anything. You can click on here, it'll take you straight to that contact as well. So all in all, a brilliant addition. So that's number one. So let's start working through them. If we go back to my demo system, this is one of the nice little features you can add in. They're goals. So goals give you, it's quite a complicated thing in a way, but in simple form, it gives you an ability to put in a point in your automation where if certain conditions are met, it will jump, say from up here, it'll skip everything else and jump straight down to here if those conditions are met. You can also, there's some variations on it, but let's have a look at that. So there you set your conditions. I'm not going to jump into that, but it's the usual conditions manager. You can decide when this goal is, when those particular conditions are met. Is it for anyone above in the automation? Although it says kind of below, it's a bit weird, but it means if it's happening above this particular step or anywhere in that automation, then it will jump. If the person gets to that step without meeting the goals, then what happens? Does it carry on? Does it wait? Or does it end the automation? You can use all the goals for triggers. So if you set goals, you can actually see you can use those as triggers for other automations. And you can do reporting. If you go to the automations list, you'll see the number of people that have managed to do those particular goals. And you can use it for segmenting anywhere that you can generate a list of contacts. If you go into the contact system, you can query: did they meet the goal? Did they achieve the goal? Did they not achieve the goal? Did they skip over it because they got there and hadn't met the conditions and you said carry on? Or are they sat there currently waiting? So you can get lists of those. So quite a handy feature. It means that you can create some quite nice things without having to have lots of ifs and jumps and stuff like that going on. The trigger, we mentioned goals, so there's goal is achieved. You can use that to trigger something. You can also base things on dates. So if you have either based on a subscription date, or if you had a custom field that has dates in, you can get it to trigger off other things, and it just says when does it happen, so you can have a look at that. You can set these on different lists, obviously, and you can pick it on the date of their subscription. So you could do, I suppose that's more about, I'm not quite sure how you'd use that. I have to think that one through. Yeah, okay, I'll have to think about that, because you can do some other segmenting going on here. So that's just looking at, I suppose you could pick the anniversary, because like there, so that's based on just month and day, so you could say on the anniversary of them subscribing. I'm not sure I really want to do that, but never mind. So you can do that as an addition. The other great feature that's been added in the automation builder is this little rewind thing here. You can see the different versions. In fact, you can even do a preview. It's just telling you what's going on. We added an action, we deleted an action. So we can click preview and it'll show us what it looks like. Decide to use it and just go back to that, or we can cancel it. There is another addition that's been made to the automation builder, but I have no emails in this one. So let's maybe just switch to an automation that has emails in it. So in this one you can see I've got several emails going out, and you have this nice new view emails button where you can see the individual emails. This is a demo account, so they've not been sent, so you won't get any opens. But you can decide to edit it from here. You can preview from here. You can go off and look at the reports. And you obviously delete it. So it's quite a nice feature for you to be able to do a little bit more managing of the emails within each of the automations that you have. Look at a really lovely feature within the email editor. So if we create a new email, very exciting name, it should flip into the email editor. Let's just pick a template and let's use that one. Okay, so nice new feature. If you create a link, if we create a link and we link it to, let's sort of bbc.co.uk, you can then add actions based on that when that person clicks on that link. So this is really handy if you want to tag an interest without having to set up an automation to do this. You can just do it straight from here. You can add a tag, remove a tag, add them to a list, as you can see, kick off another automation or end an automation. So really quick, so you don't have to have loads of automations for each of the individual links. It's just all done from within here. And you can do multiple things at the same time, which is really useful. You can't unfortunately set that the goal has been achieved, but again you can use the tag to then trigger the goal being set. Great new feature. If we go back to the automation list, it's not going to get us there, but let's we'll have to do another step in a second. Just need to click on automations to get the automation list. I think this is the last new feature that I've spotted, is you have this manage messages that appears up here. If you click on that, see all the automations that you have, and you'll see if we open this out, you'll see again it's the same information that you saw before, you just can see it in more of a global format. And again you can go off and edit things. You can see a very basic information that is coming out here, and you can delete things. Just makes it that much easier to manage all your different messages without having to go in and out of all the automations. So a nice set of new additions there. In particular, the goals are a great new feature. So let's see what else they roll out over the coming months.